Hello, students. Welcome back, and it's a great pleasure to see you again. So, let's start with learning. In the previous two videos, we discussed about Geography Chapter 2, that is, land, soil, water, natural vegetation, and wildlife. We have already finished discussion about land and soil. Today, in this video, we'll discuss about water, a natural resource, which is renewable and very essential for us, for all living beings. We cannot survive without water. Water is not only used for drinking purpose but for various activities. So, in this video, we'll discuss its use, about water cycle, its availability and why we are facing scarcity of water, and few methods in conserving the resource, that is how to conserve water resource. Third natural resource which we are going to learn today is water. Water resource. Water. Do you know, students? In 1975, the consumption of water for human use was 3,850 kilometers per year. It soared to more than 6,000 in the year 2000. Do you know a dripping tap wastes 1,200 liters in a year? So, this tells us that water is very essential. We need to preserve it and use it properly. So, a dripping tap should be repaired immediately. Next, water is a vital renewable natural resource. 3/4 of Earth's surface is covered with water. It is therefore appropriately called the water planet. Also, it is called as blue planet. It was in the primitive oceans that life began almost 3.5 billion years back. Fresh water accounts for only about 2.7%. Yes, water is renewable resource. So it doesn't mean that we should not preserve or conserve it. It can be harmed by the human factors. Composition of water on Earth. Water. We find fresh water is just about 2.7% of the total water on the Earth. The oceans cover 2/3 of the Earth's surface and support a rich variety of plant and animal life. The ocean water is not fit for human consumption due to its salinity. Whereas 70% of this occur in the form of ice sheets and glaciers in Antarctica, Greenland, and mountain regions. Due to the location, they are inaccessible. Inaccessible means we cannot reach. Only 1% of fresh water is available and fit for human use. It is found as groundwater, surface water in rivers and lakes, and as water vapor in the atmosphere. So, we have only 1% fresh water which we are using. Next, water cycle. You all have studied water cycle right from primary. What does this tell us? That water keeps on circulating on the earth. The total volume of water on the earth remains constant. It means water can neither be added nor subtracted. Its abundance only seems to vary because it is in constant motion, cycling through the oceans, the air, the land, and back again through the process of evaporation, precipitation, and runoff. This is referred to as the water cycle. So, the water remains constant and same. Next, what do we use water for? We use water for various purposes. Few are to drink, cook, brush teeth, shower, or bathe. wash clothes, wash dishes, clean for toilets, pets and plants, water lawn, for agriculture purposes, in industry and recreation. Recreation, it's like for swimming. Also, during Rang Panchami, we use ample of water. So, leaving this, there are many other ample of uses of water. So, it is a very important resource which we require. Students, we use electricity, that also is produced by water, right? Hydroelectricity. Yes, we need water for generating electricity. Now, what is happening to water? There are major factors for water shortage. Population growth. Yes, day by day the population is increasing, and because of the increase in the population, rising demands for food and cash crops. So, we have to meet the demands of the increased population. Increasing urbanization. Next, rising standards of living, drying up of water sources, water pollution, the major factor. You can see in the picture how the water is being polluted by throwing the waste material. Who has done this? You, I, human beings. Okay, so we are the major factor who pollute the water. So this has to be stopped. Now, also we have few problems regarding the availability of water. Water scarcity is the major problem in many parts of the country. Students, even we face this problem during summer seasons, during floods. Yes, a few regions who face this problem is Africa, West Asia, South Asia, parts of Western USA, Northwest Mexico, parts of South America, and entire Australia. And what is the reason behind this? Why these regions are facing scarcity of water? Climatic zone, first one. Countries are most susceptible to droughts, face great problems of water scarcity. Water shortage. Water shortage may be a consequence of variation in seasonal or annual precipitation or the scarcity is caused by over-exploitation. Yes, in the previous part we discussed about water cycle, right? If that cycle is also interrupted, then people can face scarcity of water. Third one, contamination of water. Yes, contamination of water is the major problem. Water resources. Today, the world is facing water scarcity and access to clean and adequate water sources. Water is a renewable natural resource, but its overuse and pollution make it unfit for use. Discharge of untreated or partially treated sewage, agricultural chemicals, and industrial influence in water bodies are major contaminants. They pollute water with nitrates, metals, and pesticides. Most of these chemicals are not biodegradable and reach human bodies through water. Water pollution can be controlled by treating this influence suitably before releasing them in water bodies. Let's see few methods of water conservation. First, afforestation. Forest cover and other vegetation covers the surface runoff and replenish underground water. Second, canals. The canals are used for irrigating field should be properly lined up to minimize losses by water seepage. Third one, water harvesting method to use surface runoff. Fourth one, sprinklers effectively irrigate the area by checking water losses through seepage and evaporation. Fifth one, drip or trickle irrigation in dry regions with high rate of evaporation drip and trickle system is useful. Students, in Marathi we call it Thibak Sinchan. You can see the pipes laid down in the field, and those pipes have small holes. From that small holes, water drips near the field, near the plants. So, these are the various methods which can be used to conserve water, to save water. That is very essential in our life. The value of water resource can therefore be conserved by adopting this means of irrigation. Thank you.